Hey, okay, so today I'm gonna show y'all three different ways to get like different types of chrome effects on Photoshop. Yeah. And little announcements. I finished my first comic book 2 days ago. So you can look at that on my website. I'll put the link in the description box. And I'm gonna be putting out another video about like logos or whatever. Cause I just made a like a little vector sheet or whatever. Pretty cool. So I'll like let y'all have that too. I'll put that in the description of that video whenever that video comes out. So but yeah, let's get into this. Cause yeah, it's a little hard, y'all. I get it, cause I wouldn't say I'm still new to this, but I'm still kind of new, and Adobe is really hard to use. So like, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep going. But yeah, I'm show y'all some of the methods that I am learning and kind of picking up on. So yeah. Okay, so my laptop isn't recording audio very well, so I'm just gonna use this mic and do an audio recording on my phone. So yeah, let's get right into it. These are the three different like results that I got using the methods that I'm gonna show you. So yeah, like let's get right into it. If you're following this tutorial, I strongly suggest that you try all three of them on three separate files. Don't do it all in the same file because it's too much. Look at all this down here. It's too much, right? So yeah, stick to one file. Hopefully the video is recording good enough. I don't know, but yeah, stick to one file. So let's get right into it. This is the first one we're gonna be working on, and in my opinion, it's best used for like something that has a background. So like if it has a poster or something like that, like this is your girl, right? So let's add a background or let's add a pattern, right? Because Adobe has patterns automatically. So just for example, okay, don't be ghetto, thank you. Just for example, scale it up a little bit. Okay, so let's say that's the background of my poster, right? Move that underneath the text, obviously, and then we're gonna go to the text, and we're gonna dick around a bit, right? Hurry up and open, please, my love. All right, so bevel and emboss first of all, of course. These are just my settings that I'm using. Please use whatever you want to use. Like it's your world, babe. You know, like play with all the different things that you can play with. Like there's so many different options. So as far as your highlight though, you're gonna want to pick a color from out of the poster, if that makes sense. Just to make it connect better, draw it in more. It just makes more sense, right? But like I said, you don't have to do the same thing that I'm doing. But for me, I think it's the best purpose of this method is that it matches kind of with the poster. It blends into the poster a little bit. But I think I'm going to choose a different, not contour, but shading. I don't know. But like I said, play with this, see what you like. There's so many different options. Like you can literally come up with a million different results with the same method, just because there's so many different settings you can play with. However, I think we're maybe gonna stick with that one, and then we're gonna hit the contour. And I'm not gonna change anything with my contour. Maybe the range, if anything. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Keep my contour like that because that's the shape that I want. I love eye bangs with that joint. Can you turn down my love? Thank you. Love you so much, babes. Yeah, because I can maybe be with that. Maybe let's even do our shadow. Let's do it the darker color. Right? Can't hurt. Okay. And now, that's all we're going to do with the layer style. So now, we're going to hit filter up at the top, and we're going to go to our filter gallery. It's right here. And it's going to say, like, you have to convert it to a smart object first. That's all good. Convert it to a smart object. Yes, thank you, my love. Take your time. Okay, so now here, you're going to want to go to sketch. And then we're going to go to Chrome. And play with the details, play with the smoothness. This is what I'm going to stick mine to right here. 701, just because. Alright, that was scary. There's a little Amber Alert. But, okay. So, here we are now. Now we're going to go down to our filter gallery. Don't go down to the filter gallery. But we're going to edit the smart filter blending options. So for me, I clicked with 2 fingers. I'm not too sure how to use this laptop really. Like, I just got it, I just started using it, so not 100% on it. But anyways, so here, yeah, now we're in the blending options of the filters, and we're gonna go for a soft light. Okay. Okay, obviously, and then next we're gonna do a Gaussian blur. Head down to blur. Gaussian blur is gonna be right there. Get some of that. Not too much, not too much. I'm probably gonna do less. Okay, anyways. Right. So Gaussian blur, just wanna add a little bit of that. I just did 1.8. And then next we are going to add an unsharp mask. Right? If you're a little frisky, if you're bold, right? Whatever. I think the amount is what kind of makes it clearer. Right? And then the radius. I don't know, that makes it more fuzzy to me. I don't like that too much. Anyway, so I'm just gonna keep it right there where I have it at. And then we're gonna go back to the Chrome and go to our blending options and go down to hard light. Okay, I can't really see quite what I'm looking at. So it's giving, I didn't do the same thing this time. And I don't really bang with that. Keeping you waiting, but I won't wait on you. You want me to forget you? Okay, forget me too. I've wasted so much time waiting on your phone calls every night. My bad dreams silk screen, cause I say it's blood when you bleed. It's eating me alive. We both be better off alone. Still think I got you on the phone with one last breath in me. I die before I let you leave. Even light goes just as hard, I can't lie. But yeah, that's the end result. Is you kind of get like that see-through kind of chrome look. That's why I said I feel like it's best if you're gonna have a poster or something in the background. So like, let's say, okay, say this is my background. Obviously, like, I probably want it to be lighter in reality. Or not lighter, but darker. So maybe exposure is like, turn the exposure down, see what the difference is. But yeah, honestly, I was being a little risky because I changed the shadow color in the original Chrome. or the original text instead of keeping it black. So that's kind of why it's like a lot lighter than what you probably would want it to look like, or what I had it look like originally. There, like texture. So that's the first method. Yeah. If you're gonna keep it dark, if you're gonna keep your shadow dark and your highlight the light color, then load please, my love. I know. Then this is how it will come out. And that shit is pretty fucking hard, bro. Like, okay, let's just do it again. Right. So right there. Okay. Thank you for not listening. That was very awesome of you. Alright, put that right there. Boom. Load the text. Scroll. Text. Why are you doing that? I'm not in the closet. What the fuck? Okay. Anyways. Laptop being a little strange right now, but it's all good. Chrome. Boom. And it's already the right font, I think. Which is great. Love that. Alright. So boom. We're gonna do it again just so you can see how it would come out if we did the a darker shadow, because that's really the only difference from this one and what I did the first time. So yeah, I'm just gonna assume that that's the problem. Well, not the problem, but it's a key element or a key difference, really. Can you return, please? Thank you. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna go into the blending options of the text whenever it decides to load. Alright, so now we're in the blending options. So what we're gonna do is the same thing again. Get your bevel and emboss, and everything should be saved from when you did it the first time. But instead of going with this blue for the shadow mode, we're gonna go back to black. Okay. Wait, I didn't hit the contour. So bevel and emboss and contour before filter. Bevel and emboss, contour. And I am doing a different contour than I did the first time. It's a different contour too. But I like this one. This is my favorite one. So this is how this method is coming out. Okay, period. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. What's next? Filter gallery, right. I did hit filter gallery, right, y'all? Okay, so if you're having trouble like I just did, where it wasn't like showing up on your preview, make sure that it is a smart object. So click with 2 fingers or whatever it is on your technology, I don't know, but convert it to smart object first before you get mad and look dumb like me. And then we're gonna go to filter and then filter gallery. I'm gonna go with Chrome, keep the same everything else. Okay, So now we got the chrome, and next is Gaussian blur. Oh wait, no. The chrome. Gotta change the smart filter blending option. Change that to soft light. See, and this is why I write this stuff down, because who the fuck is gonna remember? Because who the fuck is gonna remember all these fucking details, right? Soft light. Yeah. Okay, so change this to soft light. Okay. And then next we're gonna add Gaussian blur. Keeping it the same so it can be like an exact difference or an exact comparison between the two. What's next? Oh yeah, and then last is the unsharp mask. And leave everything the same because I like the results. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then finally you change the blend mode of the whole chrome up here. You're gonna go down to hard light. Alright, there you go. Yeah. So you can kind of see the difference, right? The exact same steps that we took. The only difference is that with the bottom one, with this one, we used the black shadows, and with this one, we matched our shadows to the background. So, yeah, that's method one. Pretty cool. That took a long time. Maybe this will be a 3-part video, but whatever. So that's method one. Method two is a lot trickier. Okay, so I'm going to start with our gray color, and first step is to bevel and emboss, of course. My leg itches. Okay, so we got our bevel and emboss. Okay, and I am going to change this to pink. Because goals, right? Okay. So now that's pink. And we're gonna leave that alone. And now I wrote this method down, but then I also believe that I went off the path and I did some extra stuff to it. So yeah. We're gonna be going back and forth from this one to the original where all three are together. Like, we're gonna go back and forth a lot for this one because it is pretty complicated and it took me a while to like get it completely, and I still don't really get it. And I don't really like this method, but it does have genuinely pretty cool fucking results. So yeah. Okay, so bevel and emboss, right? And then we're gonna group that, keeping a group within itself, right? Close the group, just don't let it get too jumbled for you, right? Alright, so we're adding a new layer, and in that new layer, we're gonna add a gradient. If my laptop will fucking let me. And we're gonna add a gradient. Okay. And we're gonna make that this gradient right here. Okay. And then next, what are we doing? We're changing the blend mode to overlay. Okay. And then we're gonna add a gradient map. Okay, and then hang on, because I forgot how you clip like that. Okay, so we're gonna clip the gradient map to the gradient fill. Okay. This is no clip. This is clip. Okay. See the difference. Notice the difference. Know it. Okay. Alright, so the gradient map, this is where we're gonna throw our colors and stuff. So I'm gonna go with this custom one that I have. If you hear my mom in the background, just ignore her. Okay. So now we got our gradient map. And then, no, don't add a new layer. Next, go back to your gradient fill, and we're going to add curves. Okay? So now they're curves. Honestly, I don't know the science to it, but like I said, you can play with it so much. There's so many different things you could do. So as far as curves, if you're going for the gradient, you're gonna want to do like a kind of zigzaggy thing. That's kind of pretty much just what I'm doing right now. Right? I kind of like that. But it's really all about understanding like color pretty much, which isn't easy to understand. It's really complicated, honestly. That's gonna be what I stick with. Maybe let's add one more. There, that's good for me. I can bang with that. I'm cool with that. That shit looks sweet. Okay. And then next, we're gonna add an inner shadow. Wait, because am I adding the inner shadow to the clone or to the shit? It doesn't even really matter. Throw that inner glow on there. Can't. I can see the difference. It's a slight difference, but I can see it when it goes on and on. So yeah, we're gonna leave that on. Fuck it. Let's do it. And then we're gonna go back in there actually, and we're going to add. We're going to add a satin. I'm gonna add satin, and honestly, this is not quite what I thought we were gonna end up with. So, at this point in time, we're going to go back to the original because honestly, babe, this shit is so complicated. It was really hard to figure it out, like because I was following my own instructions, and then kind of went off track just a bit. Gradient map. Okay, so I'm gonna add my curves up to the top. Over my birthday. Alright. Yeah, then when the boss and it goes that, and that's all I have in there. Okay. So. Oh wait, not this one. It's Untitled 2, not Untitled 3. But, okay. So, I went a little bit not quite how the directions say. So we're still going to keep everything we have, unclip it. For me, it's Command G or Command Options G. I'm going to assume that's Control Alt G for PC. But, so on top of our gradient fill. No. We're going to move the gradient map on top of the gradient fill. And then we're going to add another gradient. Add another gradient. And take it, and we're going to go down. Oh shit. Okay. And this needs to be clipped to that. Okay. So now we're here. So essentially it's the gradient fill, gradient map, gradient fill 2, and then curves 1. Gradient fill 2 and gradient map 1 should be clipped to gradient fill 1. Okay, so then we're going to go back to Chrome, or our text, back to our text. And we're going to double click to get into the blending options. Or no, the style layer. Layer style, whatever, okay. And hit satin. Okay. It's different because it's different colors, but yeah, we got something cooking. We got something cooking over here. And change the distance. It takes so long to try to do anything. Maybe I'll change color also. Make it a dark pink. Yes, that is what I believe I did actually. I'm trying to just play with this, see what I can come up with. Let's change the blend mode. Boom, boom, kick, boom, 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 kick. I keep feeling like it's loading, but then it's not actually loading. It's just not doing anything. Right, because I'm not really seeing too much of a difference. Maybe it's because I switched to lighten now. Instead of multiply, that is what it is. Keep it at multiply, bro. Don't listen to me. So multiply is the only one that's going to give you this effect. I already went through this. I already did this with the last one. Thought I had the wrong earbud in my ear for a second. She's like, so whatever, you could do so much better. I think we should get together now. And that's what everybody's talking about. Okay, and let's make sure our gradient map is set to overlay, as well as gradient fill is set to overlay. as well as curves are set to overlay. But as you can see, like, so many things can make so many different, like, possibilities. Like, there's so many different ways that you can make different stuff. There's so many options. Thought my TV went on. There's so many options. But that's how you would get that effect. That's pretty hard. I'm kind of just obsessed. I love how many different things you can make. I'm not gonna lie, Adobe is expensive, but super cool. For sure. That's cool. I don't even know what this is. That's so hard. Whatever I just did, that's the blueprint. That is so hard. Divide. That's super hard. I just made history, y'all. And mind you, unless I'm slow, it's still text. So I can make it say whatever I want still. It's not what I was trying to do. Okay. I can still... Excuse me. I can change the text. Right. Sluts. That is so hard. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, that was a lot. Let's go through it one more time just to make sure like we're all on the same page. So we're gonna take our text, right? And we're gonna add our bevel, our emboss, and then we're gonna add a gradient fill. And then gradient map, another gradient fill. Make sure you leave your original gradient fill as that black and white, just because if it's something different, you'll get a different result. So play with it, honestly, actually. I lied. I actually meant do whatever the fuck you want. But like you'll get different effects with it, depending on the different things that you do with it. Like play with it, have fun. Okay. Gradient map, and then gradient fill. Gradient fill 2 should have all your color that you're gonna throw in your gradient. And make sure you clip both of those to the gradient fill. Moving on, your curves. Make sure your curves are... Pull it up for me, please, baby. Please and thank you. Please. Alright, here we go. So as far as your curves, if you're working towards a chrome look, you kind of want to go with the zigzag, 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 because that's the only way you're going to get it, okay? Okay. Alright. Moving on. I'm going to do that. Actually, I'm just going to close this. No, I'm not, because that's just actually really, really hard. And I'm probably going to do something with this in a second. And I could be wrong, but I feel like I could save this preset as something. So I'm going to figure out how to do that as well. But I am going to close this one because I no longer need it. No, don't save. I don't need that. Just hurry up. Okay. So now on this last one, this is the easiest one. Very simple, very much, you're going to understand it very much. That sounded mean, but it wasn't, I promise. So for me, if I'm gonna work with Chrome, like I kind of like when the letters are maybe like stretched out a bit. Make sure you're holding on to shift when you're trying to stretch your letters in Adobe or in Photoshop. And honestly, I want to do something, but I never know where to find it. Literally. So I'm gonna go to search. Search. So, moving on, this is the third method. Obviously, we start with it every time. We start with the bevel and emboss. Hit our contour. I'm gonna choose a different kind of bevel for this one. I'm gonna do this one. Check the contour. Okay. And now inner shadow. Inner shadow? Yeah. Inner shadow, but we're making it white. Drop shadow. I'm like, is there a drop shadow? Because I don't fucking see it. There's a lot of different options as far as shadows also, but I'm gonna stick with this one because, yeah, I like this one. Okay, so that, and then we're gonna take it and I'm gonna duplicate the layer. I don't give a fuck what you call it. Gonna close out this drop shadow, and then we're gonna close out the original. So all we see is this. And here, now we're gonna go to filter, and we're gonna add a Gaussian blur. Okay, I thought we were gonna add a Gaussian blur. Okay, my love, you're making me upset that you're not able to perform these tasks that you literally just were performing. Gaussian blur, please. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna make that about 3. My ass hurt. And then I'm gonna change the blend mode to lighten. Excuse me. Okay. Then delete the background, and then you're gonna merge everything. So for me, that's gonna be Shift Command Alt, Options, and E. Okay, didn't quite do what I thought you were gonna do. Right, okay. Whatever, I guess. That's one way we could do that. Actually, this is cool. This is swagtastic. So, after this, we are going to add gradient. Honestly, I think this is where I left it before. But I think the difference is that I chose a different, not contour, but I chose a different shading option for the thing. So, yeah. That's basically how we got to where we are. So for this one, okay, so we merged it, and then, okay, so on top of the merge, we added a gradient fill, gradient map, and then another gradient fill. So it's merged. On top of our merge, we're gonna add, no, it's not. Gradient. Okay, give it a gradient. Oh, wait, no. This should be black and white. And then on top of that, add a gradient map. And on top of that, I'm gonna add another gradient fill. And in there, we're gonna throw our color. And make sure the blending mode is going to be overlay for all of those. And then the gradient map, the gradient fill, all three of them should be clipped to the grid. So we're going to take the three, and then we're going to Command Option G. And that's what came out there. It would have been different. It's a little different because I chose different options this time, but it's the same thing I did for the original. So yeah, those are the three methods. If I need to go a little bit like deeper in depth and like explain them better, like just let me know. I definitely will. But that's this video, I guess.